Guys, so we've got all our man filters, air filter, oil filter, new sump plug, washer. I've got a big autel on. Is it pulled that? Not yet. So there we go. Right, so no lights on. I'm not expecting any faults on this, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm not expecting any faults on it. So we'll just scan it anyway. We're going to be doing a service on it, so it's good practice, just to make sure there's no faults on the car before we go servicing it. Then we know, nope, the faults were not there before we touched it. Has it been something we have done? You know. So, but yeah, for me it's good practice. I mean, if we were just doing an inspection on the car, we wouldn't put the machine on. Okay, so if it was just a free health check, let's say, geez, there's 9 faults in the engine, not expecting that. So we'll save all this and send this on to the customer. Wasn't expecting 9 faults with no lights on, so we'll see what's happening there. I've greased all the doors so far. I've done the screen wash. We've got the machine on here. We'll save all these faults now. I know this car had an issue before, and then it just seemed to right itself, and there's never been any issues with it so far anyway. And that was a good few months back, and the lady says this car's not running right. I think we took the report then, and I think it was booked into Volkswagen. I'm not sure what happened. It is quite a fairly new car, 20 plate, so it's coming up for about 3 years old. So right, so transport mode active, that should not be active. Okay, fuel rail pressure too high, fuel rail pressure too high, fuel rail system pressure too low. So what one is it? Is it too high or is it too low? Reductant pump B, performance stuck off. So add blue issue there. Park and brake motor range performance. Wee car doesn't go much, it's got 11,000 mile on it, and like I said, it is a 20 plate, guys. So we'll save this report here, I'll get the mileage. Right, so I'll just email this one over to myself at the minute and we'll forward it on to the customer. I mean, there's no lights on, no management light on there, no reports of the car running untoward, any issues with the car. So hopefully, I mean, it all says passive sporadic. There is some fixes here, but looks like there is some of these faults are maybe common across the Volkswagen range, so there is little steps there. To be honest, I'm not too worried about it. I'll just go and double check we do have a copy. So definitely get a copy of it, so I can erase them all out, see what happens, see what ones come out, what ones don't. If they all go out, brilliant. They're all cleared. The brake one's maybe just getting a bit tight. You know, it is low mileage, so the faults have all cleared there. So I'll put the ignition back on, and we'll go in and we'll do wrong bit, hot functions. We'll do the oil level, oil service light, and okey-doke. Right, so inspection service. Let's see what this says up the dash now. It was giving us a lovely message. You know, service me now. This is not good. So we want car actually. 2 reports actually. What's going on there? Oil change, service and inspection due. I've just done that. Let's cycle that and see if that goes the way. Right, vehicle status, car, sense, car. How did I get? Oh, maybe because the messages are away. Selection, vehicle status, tyre pressures. Driving data, I think blue trainer. Right, I think that's us for the service light. I think anyway, don't see any messages for it, so. Vehicle status would be in here. Doors, bonnet open. Right, sound. I think that's taken care of with a big autel. See it as a licensed machine. This is a genuine machine. Obviously we know about the fault codes, we've saved all of those, taken a report of them. We'll now get the vehicle in the lift, have a look underneath. Right, so we're on the underside. Not found anything untoward, to be honest with you. Springs, all good. Pins, bushes, ball joints, all good. Brakes, as to be expected, all good. We can't see the inside of that disc, but it's well covered. I can just peek a little bit in and see the disc. I don't see any corrosion on it. So without removing the wheels, we don't need to remove the wheels. I can see the brake pad thickness is still like new, as it should. And the disc, I don't see any corrosion there. No reports of corrosion. Exhaust system, it's good condition. So not sure if that's your cat. I think that's a cat. And your big DPF up there. So we'll talk a little bit as well about the modern engine's cooling system. So this one's a diesel. It's got a coolant pump there. It's got a coolant pump there. And we've got the main coolant pump, which is driving off the timing belt on this one. So it's probably as well got a couple of thermostats. So your modern cars, they have a thermostat. Not electronically controlled as well on some of them, and it's to heat the engine up faster for emissions reasons, so that's why they're there. So obviously we've got an electric pump there, an electric pump there as well, and I had actually put this vehicle up to take the cover off and drain the oil. Oops, sorry. And you can still hear one of these ones running, so I put the car back down, put the ignition off. So it's not a hybrid, this, it's a diesel and it's not a hybrid. So if it was a hybrid, I strongly recommend when you're doing the service on them, take the keys out of them, put them in your toolbox, put them well away from the car, and make sure the ignition is truly off. I have heard some horror stories a hybrid starting up while people have been servicing them. So we're going to unplug this as well, because we need to move this wiring away. You can see I've already taken that off, so we need to move this wiring out the road so we can get the oil filter, which is up in there. So we'll unplug that, move it out the road a bit further, just so we don't cover it all in oil. So, but yeah, nothing to report on the car. No play in the pins, bushes or ball joints. You can see the pads and discs there, they're still like new. So we've all checked the tyre pressures on it, and we've all reset that on the dash. We've already done the service light and inspection light, so and we did find all those fault codes which we found on this car before. So it's maybe worth actually getting this car booked into Volkswagen. You know, I think it's still going to be in warranty at 20 plates, so I think it should still have some warranty on it. I would need to clarify, and I would get a job card raised up on it just now, because it can give you something to go back on when the vehicle then develops a problem in the future. You can go back and say, well look, I had this issue when the car was in warranty, it just, nobody could figure out what was wrong with it. So, and the car seems to be running okay, so it must be something just really, you know, intermittent or just on the cusp of whatever it is, it's just going. So modern electrics as well, you start getting issues, you know, resistance can get high and things like that, and it sends them crazy. So this one, it shouldn't be anything serious, I don't think. I know there's issues with injectors on these, on some of these Volkswagen Golfs. Car seems to be running okay at the moment, but so if you haven't already, guys, hit the big thumb, hit subscribe, have yourselves a great old day. This week also done, so I just need to take off, checked oil level there, just topped up, and nothing untoward with the wee car, just those fault codes that really need looked into. I would suggest just get it to Volkswagen, you know, get it into Volkswagen, get them to scan it and see what comes up. I've cleared the codes, but I know these codes were here before, so I've saved a report of it, and I'll forward that to the customer. Handbrake's come on actually because it's electric. So there you go, guys. If you haven't already, hit the big thumb, hit the subscribe button, man. Have yourselves a great old day, okay?